guys, what is going on? Match reaction. Dortmund 1, PSG 0. And Borussia Dortmund with the advantage going in to the second leg next week at the Parc des Princes. I thought Dortmund were quite good today, actually. I mean, I did not expect that performance from Dortmund today, if I'm being honest, I knew they were the home team. I knew the atmosphere was going to be intense. It was going to be like a cauldron in there tonight at the Signal Iduna Park, and boy, did Dortmund make the most of it. Yes, they only scored one goal, which is the disappointing thing for Edin Terzic. I think he would have expected a few more goals today from his players, and he certainly had chances to do that. But obviously PSG could have scored as well in this game. But I think, Terzic will be very happy with the victory going in to next week's second leg in Paris. I thought Dortmund were the better team today. I do, especially in that first half. PSG they just couldn't get in the game, PSG, in that first half. Yes, they improved massively in the second half, PSG, which we'll get to in a minute, but in that first half, I think Dortmund were riding the wave of the fans, of the atmosphere, of the moment. And they played a big part, the Borussia Dortmund fans, because they were all over PSG in that first half. PSG they were really, really struggling to get out PSG and attack. Just the press by Dortmund was brilliant, and I don't know what happened to PSG in that first half. Maybe it was the atmosphere, maybe it got to them a little bit, because Dortmund in that first half were absolutely brilliant. Yes, they kind of faded a little bit in the second half, which, is understandable. But there was no doubt that they deserved the 1-0 lead at half-time, because I thought they were brilliant. And let's talk about the goal. There was only one goal in this game. Füllkrug got the goal for Dortmund. What a goal it is as well. I was literally saying in the watch-along before Füllkrug scored, I think Dortmund need to sign like a world-class striker, because I don't think Füllkrug's a world-class striker. Well, he proved me wrong. Yes, he's not a world-class striker. He's not a world beater. He's not a well-known name. But he's just scoring in a Champions League semi-final. Not many players have done that. And it is a brilliant goal. It is a brilliantly well-taken goal by Füllkrug. It's just a long ball by Schlotterbeck. I mean, it's a pinpoint pass by Schlotterbeck, but Füllkrug, he's got a lot of work to do. Keeps his eyes on the ball, and he manages to pluck it out the air with his side foot, just controls it, and he takes one more touch in his stride, and he just powers it past Donnarumma. I don't even think Donnarumma's expecting the shot. I think it catches Donnarumma by surprise a little bit, to be honest. Yes, he's got a lot of power, but I think if Donnarumma expects it, he saves it. But I don't think he does expect it. And it's a world-class goal by Füllkrug. It really is. It's a brilliant goal, and, semi-final worthy goal that for a winner, I tell you. Brilliant goal. Brilliant. I thought it was actually offside at first, but I think Hakimi and Marquinhos are playing him on. VAR checked it, and it was onside. And Dortmund, fully deserved that lead at half-time. But then in the second half, PSG needed to respond. Listen, I think PSG will 100% take a 1-0 defeat. Yes, they would have wanted a draw. They obviously would have wanted a win. But I don't think a 1-0 result is bad for PSG. I don't think it is bad. To lose by one goal, I don't, because I think PSG will fancy themselves next week in Paris in front of their home fans to at least score, because if PSG win the game, it goes to extra time. That's, if they win it by 1. If they win it by 2, obviously they're through, but I think that's got to be the focus for PSG next week. Just win the game, and then you're guaranteed extra time. And then you just go from there, I think. But yeah, I don't think the PSG players will be too annoyed with it, because I do think they will turn it around, PSG, in the second leg. I really do. But yeah, going into the second half, PSG they did improve. You know, they literally hit the post, I think, in like the 54th minute. They started fast the second half, PSG, and this was probably the closest they came to a goal, to be honest. Dembele spreads it out wide from Mbappe, and you know what Mbappe is going to do. You know he's going to whip it to that far corner, cuts in on I think it's Hummels, and he hits the post. Mbappe, it's so close, but you know what he's going to do, and I'm surprised he actually missed Kylian Mbappe. He hits the post, but the ball is still alive. He then pulls it back to Hakimi, Mbappe, and he hits the post. Hakimi, he hits the other post. So PSG hit the post, hit both posts in 10 seconds. Crazy. Füllkrug had a chance as well in the second half, which he blazed over the bar. Dortmund had chances as well. Dortmund could have won this game by 2 or 3 goals. PSG could have won this game. So there was chances for both teams, and only one got taken. But I think I've got to say what a bit of defending by Marquinhos it was. I think it was in around like 75th, 80th minute. This is probably one of the best blocks I've ever seen. I mean, this could be, the difference between getting to a final and not getting to a Champions League final. It is a brilliant block by Marquinhos to deny Brandt. Jadon Sancho gets on the edge of the box. He slips in Brandt. And you're thinking Brandt's got to score so much time. And then Marquinhos, you just see Marquinhos just come out of nowhere, sliding in to block it. It's a brilliant block. Brilliant block by Marquinhos. Goal-saving block. Like, Brandt isn't going to miss unless Marquinhos blocks it, and he does. Brilliant bit of defending by the Brazilian. Just world-class defending by Marquinhos. Dembele also had a chance which he blazed over the bar, very similar to the Füllkrug chance that he got in the second half. Both blazed over the bar. Also, Fabio Ruiz had 2 good efforts, both with his head. One went wide, which I think the one that went wide, he definitely should have scored. I mean, it's a brilliant ball in by Marquinhos, first time, I think it is. Just breaks the defence, and Fabio Ruiz has got the run, but he's got to stoop down low, Fabio Ruiz, which makes the header a little bit harder, but I still think he should get it on target. And then he has another chance which he blazed over the bar with his head. But, both teams had chances, only the one goal. What's going to happen next week in Paris, I don't know. I do still think PSG are favourites. But, yeah, anything can happen. Anything. Dortmund, I think, next week will look to defend, sit deep, and hit on the counter-attack. And it could work with the pace of Sancho, Adeyemi. It could work for Dortmund, that tactic. But we'll see what Terzic has up his sleeve. I think for Enrique, I think his focus is just got to win the game. Just win the game, and then you're guaranteed extra time. Like I said at the start, I think that's got to be the focus for PSG. Going into the second leg, just to win the game. But yeah, another entertaining game. Yes, there was only the one goal tonight, but I thought it was a very entertaining game. Chances for both teams. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to make it to the Champions League final. Dortmund or PSG. Be really interesting to see your guys' thoughts on that. Also, let me know what you think the aggregate score will be. So yeah, let me know about that. But guys, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you later.